Hello everybody and welcome back to Space Engineers. Today's episode of Build Along, we're going to be building a new welding ship. Our last welding ship is infamous, absolutely infamous, not for the right reasons. Took me 3 episodes in our Let's Play to build it and it doesn't fly well. So today we're going to do a better version of that, I hope. And it took me so long to build the last one, I hope I can get through this quite quickly. So I'm going to throw a few blocks down now and get a basic shape up and working. When I've got the basic shape up and working, we'll come back, we'll start discussing what's going to happen. See you in a minute. So, what I've done, welder on one side, grind on the other, on a hinge. Biggest issue I had in the last ship was I couldn't get thrust always in the direction I needed it to do the welding. So, put it on a hinge. Now, obviously, makes the ship a little bit chunky, but I'm okay with that. I think that's actually a really cool idea. Now I can just, you know, be in third-person camera and put this pointing up and fly normally, which means it only needs to really worry about gravity-aligned thrust. Now, I've also got 2 large containers. Last one I did 3 mediums, and it was just painful. 2 large gives me, I think this gives me twice the capacity actually of my other welder, and it's about the same size. So the only thing we really need to get on here is all the ancillary things now. Actually, no, I need to think about batteries first, because I need a load of batteries. Let's do batteries first, because batteries is going to be the one thing that's going to hold this back. Now, we can stand these up and get a couple in here. Like so. It makes it look a bit silly though. I don't like that. We put one flat one there. And in fact, I'm going to bring that forward one. If I bring that to there, it gives me enough room to put gyros and antennas and stuff there. So that's all right. Now, the question is, 2 batteries isn't going to be enough. I can't get them on the side because of that. And if I put that there, that is going to block the hinge, isn't it? So let's experiment quickly with the hinge. We just need to go most of the way. Well, actually, it's going to go almost all the way. What is that? 61 degrees? It goes as far as 65 and then it touches. That's plenty. Like, it doesn't need to go more than 60. Alright, well, let's grab another one of these on this side. Try and get this the same height and location, which I think is about here. And I've put it on upside down, haven't I? I have. Let's fix that now, because I won't fix it later. So let's get that back on. Make sure we rotate it the right way this time. There you go. So that's now symmetrical. So that gives me about 60 degrees up, which is fine. I'm going to need more batteries. 3 of those, it's just not going to cut it for the ship. You use a lot of battery power while welding. Now, I can stick 1 battery on there. It looks a bit weird, but I'm kind of okay with it. Stick another battery on here. Now, the question is, can we get a battery down here? We can't. Okay. That's not too bad, I don't think. That's going to be 5. Hang on, 1. I can't count. That is 4 at the front. There's 6 batteries. That should be okay. I think what we'll end up doing, though, is we'll leave a bit of space in here. Or we won't leave space, sorry, because this is only 1 block higher. I'm just going to put one temporary so you can see what I mean. It's only 1 block higher, so we'll make this relatively flat across here. Worst case, we have to put a little hump in to fit another battery in, so we won't do that. Let's grab the gyro. We're going to need a lot of gyros, actually. I'm not going to put these on yet. I'm going to do those underneath. But we could do the antenna. Let's drop the antenna in the top here. And something I've been doing lately on quite a lot of mine is dropping in remote control blocks. I just think, given the situation I was in recently, where I was very far away and I needed to control something, having it was definitely worthwhile. So that's only 1. What else we need? Antenna, 1 of those. Gyros we'll do later. I think that's not too bad. The gyros I want to do later because I actually think I'm going to stick them under here because I believe we're going to need quite a few of them. So let's get onto the thrusters. Now, thrust on this thing was a problem, and I need this to be quite high up. So something like that. So if we can get 2 of those on to start with, I think this is going to be okay thrust-wise to get it off the ground. The only question I have is, do I need more, and can I do it with small thrusters? Because I don't know if that counts as a 1 block gap. Do I have? I do have small thrusters. So I want to experiment with, and I'm not going to leave this here. Can I put that like that? I can. That's cool, because now what I can do is I can just fill this gap here with some thrusters. So I've got 4 extra thrusters there. And we'll just do the same on... That's a massive thruster. Just do the same on this side, if I can remember where I started placing them anyway. In line with the thing. Okay, cool. So now I know I can do that. That's actually really cool. I wasn't expecting to be able to do that, if I'm honest. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to give me a little bit more power, and I can always stick another one there actually, because that's not going to hit the one below. Right. So I now need stopping thrust to be able to pivot forwards. Now, because I've got this hinge design, I don't need big thrusters to stop. And this doesn't need to be a quick ship either. So I'm just going to put 3 on each of these batteries. And that should be hopefully more than enough. I'm just going to come here and place them. Yeah, I want it there. Do the same on this one. And then we need to work out our forward thrust. That was 1 forward. Like that. Okay. That should be plenty of stop. Now I need some go thrusters. We don't need this ship to be quick. I'm pretty sure we don't need the ship to be quick. So where can I put these? I'm going to need some to be pointing left and right. So what I'm thinking, and if you watch my last build along, we did a bit of experimenting, but you have to leave a certain amount of blocks between the thruster's exhaust and what you're going to hit. So now I've put those there, at least 2 blocks, I can't do anything. So I won't do that. That gives me forward thrust, but here I can put my left and right, and we can actually do this overlapping. So I'll do, again, I think 4 is a good number to start with, because we're not 100% sure how many we're really going to need. We can get a 5th in actually, can't we? I'm just going to put the 5th in because it makes it look a little nicer. Cool, and that gives me a row in the middle. Alright, I'm just going to have a quick play with something, and if I can get it working, I'll tell you about it. If I can't, I won't. Alright, so I worked it out. It took a little bit longer than I'd hoped. So what you can do with build info, which you can see on the top right, I have it. Now I had to bind the key, so let me show you how to do that quickly. It took a bit of digging, so you just hit enter. I've got the TextSide API already installed for other mods. Hit F2, and you can click on mod settings, build info, binds. You can click on these and just set them to whatever you need. Now, if I want to see the thruster damage area, I can now do it. I can point my welder at here, and in theory, if I hit Control 2, boom, I can see where I can place thrusters now. So I know that this block here is going to take some damage, right? So it's interesting. A half block here is going to be absolutely fine. And just you looking at that, it's hard to know if that block's safe or not, but at least we know these ones are definitely safe, and we can work with that. Now we can't put a battery in here like we'd hoped earlier, but it's good we know that. Now this is pretty much done. So the ship weight is now about as heavy as it can go. So all I care about is, can I get off the ground with my current weight, and what is the limitation? And that will tell us if we have enough thrust. So let's turn off our thing. Oh, we don't have a gyro, but okay, it's flying. It's a good start. Now it's in the air. Let's drop down. I've got to stop hitting Z. And let's get some gyros underneath the belly of this little beast. Now, I know for a fact it's going to be a pain in the ass to control. So I'm going to put on, should we say 3 on each side? I think that should be enough. Remember, we can always add more. What we can't do is fall out of the sky. That's the one thing I do not want to do. Right, okay, let's try this. So now, left and right's okay. I just want to check my battery now on the bottom right. So the ship is fully laden. Now if I hit space, you'll see the power bar shoot up. And we got plenty of power. 21 hours worth. So I think from a test point of view, it's not too bad. And it's actually quite nimble considering how full it is. Remember, I don't need to tip this more than it is now because I've got those adjustable hinges on there. So the only thing I really need to do is leave this just floating in the air. So I've got plenty of thrust. These containers are still full. Excellent. And I just move the hinges up and down. So I can pitch a little bit in this because I do have enough thrust to kind of hold it. But I doubt I can go more than 45 degrees. So what I'm going to do now, so we'll do a bit of a time lapse just while I throw a few more blocks on this. Alright, welcome back. Now, I've decided to keep this one much lighter weight than my previous model. Now, the reason for that is simple. By adding more weight, it affects its handling. And I've added some more gyroscopes on this because it was tilting forwards under the weight anyway. But more importantly, normally, I kind of like functional ships to seem, well, functional. And that means, for me anyway, that we just keep these being very simple. Oh, I missed a block there, though. So, where did I hide all my blocks? Here we are. So, yeah. So, I've kept it very simplistic. Very simple. You see, I've kept it so that there's attachments to all the blocks. Now, I could take that all the way down here and connect it here. I might change it. But at the moment, I'm not feeling like that's what it needs. So then we get on to painting now. And what I'll do is I'll have a bit of a think. I might tweak some of these bits here, because looking at that now, I've missed a trick. I could bring that straight down here and connect to that, and it just helps bring it together. But hopefully you can see what I'm going for. I'm going for this sort of bonded kind of look. And I'm pretty sure I can't put this on here because it's going to look a bit silly. Let me have a look. Oh no, that works as well. That one doesn't, but I have a special block for that. So yeah, I might do a little bit more tidy up. Just a little, these little finagling bits. But I think other than that, I'm quite happy with this. It's, it is simplistic, but it kind of, I think it works. It kind of shows how, you know, the ship is hanging together, and that's what I want this to look like. I don't like those ones on the side there. I'd rather have a hard edge, I think. These ones I can live with. Can I? No, I can't. This is half the fun of placing the blocks, I guess. You see it and then it's like, no, it just doesn't work for me. So yeah, so I'll be back in a second and we'll start talking about colours and how we're going to style it. So let's look at the colours. I want something that's a bit white. Yeah, I want that. I want it to be battered. Good. And the question is, what bits do we make what colour? So this is going to be very similar to how I used to do my old ships, which is anything that is considered utility, I'm going to paint one colour. So batteries, welders, grinders, cameras, let's say a utility. Hinges, no. Let's try and get that battery and this one. Cargo containers, absolutely. They store things. So with that logic, I don't like the grinders. Batteries and the cargo containers I can live with, like a white line through the middle of the ship. But the grinders I can't. We'll change that in a bit. So if we're going to do that, the question is, what colour do the thrusters become? And I'm not against, kind of like the yellow I used on the last one, because it just actually makes the thrusters, again, they're working components, so having them be a little bit more visible, I think, is not a bad thing. And let me see if I can paint along the top here. Perfect. Just got to do these ones down the sides. Annoying that one's around the wrong way. So obviously we have to fix that one. Oh, that's so annoying. How did I not notice that earlier as well? Yeah, that's not the right size. And angle you into that hole. Which I'm guessing I can't do unless I come down here. And I need to rotate you at least that much. Boom. Damn it! How could I do that wrong? No. There you go. Cool. That gives those a nice little colour. Let's go back to a block. I don't like painting with items in my hand. Blocks I'm okay with. So they're going to be yellow, because they're control components. Can't see my gyros apart from the odd bit. We'll make landing gear yellow as well. More functional. Let's try these in yellow. Yeah, these are dangerous. That makes sense. Then can we make the hinges and everything else yellow? Oh, I didn't know we could paint the hinges in 2 different colours. That's quite cool. I don't know why you'd want to do it. I'm going to make it all yellow because it's all to do with cargo and generally moving things around. Come in here, do that one and get this last one on the back. Cool. That's quite good. Now the only question that's left is what colour do we make these blocks? Now, yellow isn't going to work. It's going to be too much of a clash. He says, looking at the pink. I'm not going to make it pink. It does look stylish, doesn't it? Bit dirty though. It would need to be ultra clean. Now blue like this might work because it doesn't, or shouldn't, should I say, upset the yellow too much. Now if we just come up here, do do this. Okay. Things to be repainted. First, we're going to have to repaint that one. So let's grab that colour. Is that all? There we go. Quite hard to pick a colour when you're flying upside down. I quite like that in blue. Grab that again. We'll do this one up here as well. Really testing my mouse skills. Which aren't the best at the best of time, but down here. We accidentally got that hinge, but maybe that makes it look better. Do you know what? It actually kind of does. It ties it into the ship more. I'm going to paint that one blue as well. Yeah, I like the fact that breaks it up. See? Sometimes happy accidents. Right. I'm going to finish painting the rest of this, and I'll bring you back at the end. Okay. I think that looks alright. Oh, apart from that one mistake. You know, I think well done to anyone that could spot it before I fix it, I guess. Boom. No, that is still the wrong colour. Must have missed that a little bit. I'm just going to repaint all of those in case I paint them all the wrong colour. But yeah, I think actually that's not too bad. I think the yellow and blue work quite well with each other. I've missed that entire strip at the front there. But, you know, that's why we do this final inspection with the audience. I mean, you guys are looking for the mistakes as much as I am. And I think that's alright. This blue hinge, I actually think it was a good idea. Because there's not much of it, it just breaks that hinge up a little bit. And I think that's quite cool. And I realise it's very... I don't want to say flimsy. I almost said flimsy. I realise it's lightweight, but I think it'd be quite robust. So I think we'll call it there for today's episode. And if you have liked the video, then please do consider subscribing. And quite frankly, if you made it this far into the video, how could you not have liked the video? Now, one thing I would say is we're trying to get to 500 subs by the end of June. I don't know what I'm on now. I'm going to stop counting, I think, because it doesn't do my heart rate well. I'm going to let you guys measure it for me. So if you do like it, please do subscribe. Don't forget to smash that notification bell as well, else you won't get to see the new videos come up. And let me know if you are an OG sub or one that's come from the shorts videos. Now, if you don't know what the shorts videos are, they are videos that I'm releasing before the main videos on the Wednesday and Saturday. And they're less than a minute long, normally in a vertical format. So if you've come from the shorts, by all means, let me know. And if you are liking these episodes and the shorts helped you find it, again, let me know, because there's a lot of views going on the shorts, but quite frankly, none of the views on shorts count for anything on YouTube. They are just there as, let's say, marketing, so you guys get to see it, but that is it. But yeah, all said and done, let's end the episode. Thank you very much for coming along, and I'll see you in the next one. Fly safe.